Okay, after the storm, I have tons and tons of leaves. I got most of the sticks picked up, broke a couple of my sticks, put a new stick up here, restrung this. It ripped all my openings all open, so the whole thing came down. So it's like, Mom says, you should have taken it down. It wouldn't have ripped. Well, maybe and maybe not. I don't know. But anyway, this came down. I added a new piece of wood here to get it more secure for them. That's wood all the way down. What happened to the when the storm hit, all my tarps on my run on this coop here came off. So I reset it by putting new tarps on. So they're all new now. The other ones were plastic and see-through, but they were the best because they gave you the light. But the only bad thing is, I mean, I left some of it there. That one was okay, and the one over there, nah, it was not so okay. And so I put this new tarp here and new tarp here so they could stay dry. They were soaking wet. The tarp in the front came off. Put more wood on it to kind of give it stability of no wind. These chickens stopped laying altogether. I think the storm did something. The large chickens did the same thing. They stopped laying too. I think give them another week or so, they'll forget about the storm. Let me show you. They got a lot wetter. It got a miniature flood, and this door, I have to fix the door. But they're not laying. I haven't seen any eggs. And they got flooded out, and all the mice made holes up here, so they moved here, and this was all flooded. They were all congregated in here because there's no water, but all this was just gushing water in here. Some of them flew up to sleep. This side didn't even get flooded, but this side did. So, and it's just a slimy, nasty mess. I got to go buy some more sand. I only have enough sand to maybe spread it over this area to kind of calm the mud down a little bit, because they're getting really nasty, muddy feet. And I know chickens do not like muddy feet. So, and cobwebs are really bad too. I have to clean the cobwebs up out of here. I mean, you can see the cobwebs there. I guess the spiders all went up high to put cobwebs up. I gotta redo this thing. It keeps sliding. I need to put a bracer thing hooked up here so it doesn't slide, because that whole thing, it was just flooding all the way back there. You can see where the water ledge up to. All the mice came this direction and start putting holes in this way. I gotta dig it up, and then I got one bag of sand that maybe will fill in most of this, but I don't know what to do. I put all their feeding stations out there, just mostly full of rocks, till I go on vacation. When I go on vacation, I'm moving all these boards here over to here to make this more into the feeding area for here. But they basically, I put a tarp up over there underneath this tarp to keep the wind from flapping so much so they didn't get too wet. But, you know, when it didn't go all the way to the ground, it ended up gushing the water straight in. It wasn't thinking straight, I guess, when I was putting it up. It was last minute. The wind was starting to pick up. The rain wasn't here yet. I figured that they would be safe. Left that open because, you know, they like to look out. You know, and there's no way of looking out over here. There's a little spot there, but I got to redo this when it comes to wintertime. And it's so sad that I couldn't get them out. And now they're all kind of like in this attitude, I'm not going to lay any eggs. So, I don't know. I still got to put a board across here to make it individual because they don't want to fit together. In the beginning they did, and they laid their eggs here, and then they went back to this thing that's slowly breaking. I mean, you can see it. It's got a crack here and a crack over there, and then this came down, and all the water washed into here. Then they wouldn't lay eggs, and I think they're holding back, or they're laying them outside, because I haven't even gone and checked the lick, so I don't stick in the mud too much. And I think they might be laying them out here somewhere, but I don't know where. I'm looking. These are coming down. See, I didn't pick up this area yet. Their area is pretty not good. We'll say it that way. Their area is not good either. I haven't got back here to work on anybody's area. Anybody laying me some eggs in here? I've been looking for your eggs. Where are you guys putting them at, huh? Where's your eggs? Are you laying them in there? I don't see any eggs in there. If somebody's squawking like they were laying an egg, I don't see no eggs. I don't know what are they putting them at. I had a nesting area over there but mice got into it. Oh, almost fell in this big hole. Chickens love making holes. I can't believe this thing didn't blow out because I had it propped up because I didn't want water to fill it. I had it up like that. There's a little bit of water in it. And I don't see anywhere they've been laying eggs. And I don't think there's a snake around because, you know, most snakes around here are really... Look at that one. Acorn. It got stuck on there. That's funny. And I don't know where they've been laying their eggs, but it's starting to irritate me because I can't find it I can't find them anywhere. So there's no eggs, so this is going to be bad business when it comes to their food. Everybody said they think I should go up higher on the cost of my eggs, but I said, no, we're not doing that. I gave them a corn cob in the refrigerator. They're all dried out, so I think chickens like them anyway. Oh, God, there goes that thing again. Good thing I got a zip tie up here holding it, because that would hit somebody or me in the head. But I need to go get something to put this in here, but the cobwebs are outrageously nasty in here. I got to get them taken care of. I guess they killed a mouse, but don't want to eat it, so whatever. And so they're following me around. So I guess they're kind of mad at me because I didn't keep their area from water and all that. But I'm sorry. I tried. Okay? And these ones are kind of mad at me because I didn't know the covers were going to get ripped off. And all these other covers stayed on. So, because their covers are so much older, I think it had something to do with it. When the sticks came down, hit them, they broke. And then they flew off. So, the blue English blue ones hide their eggs. So, it's more of finding them. That's all I need to do. These guys won't lay me any eggs because they're two boys. Huh? You guys are two boys. And I got them in here again. But I have to fix this area up. And plus, I had all my... Everybody says, these things are still standing. Mine are laying down. No, I take bungee cords and I bungee them all together so they have stability. They don't fall over. I think I lost 2 pieces of fruit. But other than that, I didn't really lose any fruit. The fruit's still doing good. I need to clean all this up. See how the wind ripped a lot of these lightweight ones that are supposed to keep it cooler in there for the summer and spring months. And then I take them down, and some of them I still use and some of them I don't. And I just take them down, fold them up till spring comes back, and then everything will get plastic. But I didn't get to put the plastic on for having a storm that's going to rip everything back off. So, and I don't think they get much sticks on here. A lot of acorns came down. That's the backyard. Acorns came down. And my daughter says, I thought you were going to clean this area up. I haven't done it yet. I just had to move them because I couldn't leave them up there, and I had chickens, and I just needed more room to get everybody situated. I didn't want them all in here because chickens don't do well if they get soaking wet. This got really flooded. I dug a ditch out in there, so all the water washed in there, and the ducks played in it, because that's what ducks do. But the chickens wouldn't have survived in there, so that's why the Easter eggers got moved back in here. I thought that one tarp stayed on, and they were underneath that. This was flooding out. This was all flooding down through there, so, and the water was coming this way. I had this open, so all the water goes downhill and goes into here because these trees need a lot of water. So I thought I did a good thing, but, you know, can't make everybody happy. And even it bothered the bigger chickens that are up there in the other coop where the ducks were at, and they haven't laid me any eggs. So I think it has something to do with the wind, the storm, the rain, the flooding. This all flooded. I dug it out into a big ditch here, and water congregated and started pouring in there. So I put dirt here so it would rush that way. And then it got so bad here that this was all flooded, and they were all standing there looking at me inside their little door there, and they're like, we can't come out and eat. So I put one feeder in there with them, and then I came in here and I dug a big wrenching hole here. And then it still started to rush this direction, so I made another hole over there. But it just got mushy and mushed down, and you know, they could drink water just sticking their heads out that was full, but it wasn't going through there. It was going into all the mice holes into there, but that's all done in wire. So if there's any mice in here, it's because they're on the top part, and I haven't dug down to check it out. I guess my baby has come in here and dug it up a little bit. This was all full of feathers because I just got done molting and all that. And see, they didn't have, I mean, I just put that piece of tarp plastic across here because it was kind of raining in, even though they were all pretty much dry. And I forgot this thing gets rolled up. I roll this up when it starts to, when I don't need it, and then I roll it up and gets hooked to the spongy. And I forgot to put it down, and they were screaming, so I came in here, instantly put this down and left this hanging so I can roll it back up if I want to. In the wintertime, that stays down. And this is the only little vent. Then you have a little vent here, and then this will be all covered. I usually cover it all in plastic, and that will be covered in plastic. And this will be covered in plastic, and the door will be in plastic, but the opening won't be because I can go in and out. So my husband says, you know, when the wintertime comes, these chickens in here get quieter. Yeah, because I put plastic up, heavy plastic, and it covers them. And they get their heater right here, so when they're sitting, they can all sit along this thing and keep warm. But I want to change this, and I haven't done it because it's so wobbly. I had to put this on because the wind was blowing so hard, it was causing this to up and down, up and down. I said, oh, that's going to break. So I went ahead and stuck something on there to help hold it. I mean, some of the nails came out, and this one's not even attached anymore. So I'm going to come in here. I'm going to go out in the woods. I got some sticks I could take down. They're dry. Some are just saplings that are tipping over, ready to break. So I'm going to cut them down. And then I'm going to bring them in here. And I'm going to have it so where, you know, like, they can't lean up against this thing. So it'll be like propping it out. Like go get some of those shelving things and put it here and then across. And then have it angling down so they all fly up and go where they want to go. So, but the wall looks like it did pretty good. It didn't fall out because most of them are not really screwed in. I just kind of shoved them in there. You can see this one's not, it only screwed in one place, not anywhere else, and it kind of bowed it a little bit. But these guys actually stay dry. I could not believe it. And then I had this water here, and it would rush down here, and they wouldn't come out because it was full of water. I told them, well, I'm sorry, honeys. That's the way it works sometimes. So, what I need to do, which the mice don't help me any, I had a draining system that would go here underneath this thing, but then the mice filled it up. So, I can't even find it. I have to locate it and rehook it so it'll go through. But I got to work on some things now since I know what happened and everything. These things filled up and buckets around filled up, and so I used a lot of the water. And I just can't seem to get rid of the mice. I don't know what else to try. The big chickens have mice problems too, but they chase them down and kill them. So, and if they're not in the mood to eat them, they won't. And if they do want to eat them, they will. So it's up to them. I have a few mouse traps hanging out with peanut butter in them. See how many I can catch because they're overwhelming. And I found a bunch of pinkies and babies, and I got rid of them. And I'm going to get rid of all this big mess. This mess and that mess. There's a bunch of messes I got to get rid of. Get rid of it to make it comfortable for the chickens. Look, I got bean over there. And these things are all drying up. I got a few bean plants still growing, and I'm letting them grow. But the watermelon's gone. That bean plant's still going. The tomato plant's dead. See the mouse hole? Those are actually drains, but now they buried the drain and they make mouse holes to live in there. So I told my husband everything's changing this coming fall. I'm going to dig everything out and start all over again. But this is a big bean. I'm taking it out. I had a whole bunch of beans last night. My husband said, you got beans from the garden? Yeah, I'm still growing them. And he goes, oh my goodness. Anyway, hey, it's good to eat beans. Beans are good for you. Look at these ones. Oh, that's a good bean. And next year, I'm not putting a garden in here, I don't think. Because now, putting this garden in here, they're all living in these pots now. So it's like, I can't win. And if I'm going to do anything, I'm going to put in a small, like, wedged garden in here. And put in some stuff that, like, they won't dig it in here when I put this slimy stuff in. I don't have any mice digging in that. So that's what I need to do, is put a bunch of that stuff in. Mix it up. Put a guard across it. Let the beans grow. So I'm just going to grow mostly beans in here. And I'm going to do cucumbers out there and cucumbers out here. Seems to grow better out there. And not have them inside here. It's just going to grow beans. Beans and beans. That's all I'm going to grow. Because even the stinking flowers I have, they have destroyed them. So it's like, ugh. And then I got another bean here. I'm getting ready to yank everything down because I'm at the point where there's not much in this area that's really growing, and because of mice, the mice dug in that thing too. It's really made me mad. And so, just can't win. And trees are doing good. All my trees are doing good. That's what I need to do, is put fruit trees in here. I don't have issues with mice with fruit trees and everything. Hi, everybody. I dumped out those other ones, you know, the ones that are like this. I dump them out over here and let them play with the dirt. Might as well, because that's where they mix it all for me. And, God, mosquitoes. I think they're coming out in droves. I keep dumping everything. So I don't even have any eggs to put in my basket. I've been everywhere looking for eggs, and nobody's giving me any eggs. I don't even see any hidden eggs anywhere. So, oh well, eventually the new babies will be laying eggs. There's like 2 new babies in here. One's already laying, and the other one hasn't started to lay. She's still too young. And then there's 3 babies in with them that are female that will be laying soon. I don't really have anybody new with the big chickens this year. Will be as soon as the other ones in the garage get bigger. And they have to get big enough that they can fend themselves off. And if one is a rooster, I might put him in there with them and hope to God he doesn't get, my other, Junior doesn't get killed, and then I'm stuck with all these ones because they only lay like off-white eggs, which is kind of boring. And looking to see if there's anything else. This needs to get ripped down. There is no beans left. And there's a few little ones that I'm not letting them grow. There's baby G. Hi, baby G, with your nose is all brown again.